was a big week, and in fact this week we got Gamescom, and as far as Gamescom goes, there were several different conferences. We had the opening night live, which was the Trailerama. After that we had some Xbox game conferences, as well as game demos coming out left, right, and center. In other words, there is a lot of games that we have to talk about this week, and one that in particular set the world on fire, and that is of course Call of Duty. Year after year, Call of Duty comes out to raging success. The game comes out, the reveal happens, and everyone freaks out and pre-orders it like crazy, and this year is no exception.
Yes, it is, dude. Have you seen the numbers? It's brutal.
It is
Everyone dislikes
it's a big
the trailer.
exception.
Nobody is pre-ordering the game.
We'll get to that, but on top of this, PlayStation has decided to raise their prices of the console in lieu of the tariffs once again. As the price of video games goes up, the quality just seems to keep going down. But don't worry, whether the game's good, whether the game's bad, we will cover it here on the Weekly Reload. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Weekly Reload, the show that comes out every single Sunday where we cover everything video games. We've got a big show this week with everything Gamescom, but I want to start with something outside of Gamescom. If you didn't hear already, PlayStation decided to raise the price of their consoles, all of their consoles, by $50. This was then put out by GameStop, and they said that they're the good guy GameStop, and they're going to put together a program to save everyone that $50. Basically, if you turned in or exchanged any PlayStation products, they would give you an extra $50 as trade-in credit in order for you to make up that money that Sony wants so desperately in their pockets. Lo and behold, that mostly everyone didn't read the fine print, because this went into effect on August 21st. The price raise goes into effect on August 21st, and this promotion by GameStop ended on August 23rd. So you had 2 days to trade in your PlayStations in order to get those extra $50. Now, if you trade in your PlayStation 4, GameStop is probably going to give you like $49.95 or something dumb like that. Now let's move in to Gamescom. Now, the way that I'm going to do this is I'm not going to go through the entire opening night live show or anything like that. I'm just going to cover some of the greatest hits. Now, one of the most anticipated game, and in fact, the most anticipated game on Steam, is Silksong. Now, Silksong has been rumored for years. Last year we thought it was going to come out at Gamescom, but lo and behold, they put out a trailer during opening night live. With no one knowing the release date or anything, they did say it was coming out this year. Later on in the show, which by the way, we're going to talk about how genius of an idea this is in a second, but after the hype of opening night live was over, a couple days later on Thursday, they announced that their game was going to be coming out not in October, not in November, but in September. But not just September, September 4th, in like a week, which is absolutely insane, and I think personally the best way of releasing games. Now, as far as Gamescom went, I truly believe that there wasn't really any crazy new announcements. There was games that we already seen before, games that we knew were coming that got updates to them, but nothing crazy new except for one game, and to me this actually stole the show. Slick, play the trailer. So this is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and this one is being put out by the same studio that recently did the Star Wars collection, and this one is essentially going to be the same thing with Batman covering all of the collections of movies that we've seen so far. So covering the Joker, Bane, a bunch of other characters and bad guys, and on top of that, it is going to be an open world game. To what I've seen, this by far has the biggest praise and biggest reception out of any game. Now, we don't know when this one is coming out. It doesn't say until 2026, but I think this one is going to do well no matter what. Now, moving from video games to TV shows, we also got the trailer for Fallout Season 2. Now, this one is interesting because it appears as though the entirety of Season 2 is going to be taking place in Las Vegas or in Nevada. And as you guys know, if you haven't played Fallout New Vegas, this is where the game took place. It has Mr. House in it. It has all of those characters, and rumors is that behind the scenes, Bethesda has been working on a remake of Fallout New Vegas. Now, here's the weird part. Is season 2 comes out at the beginning of, well, kind of the middle of December 17th, just before Christmas. Personally, I don't see that they have enough time to put together a full remaster after doing the Oblivion remaster this year and everything like that, but people are hopeful that New Vegas will be getting remastered at the same time that season 2 will be coming out. But to me, I think that's a little bit of a pipe dream. Now, my personal favorite trailer out of the entire Gamescom goes to this.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't worry. I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
This is Resident Evil Requiem or Resident Evil 9, and even after Summer Games Fest, this was kind of the game that was at the top of my radar. Now, it's not coming out until 2026, early 2026, but man, does this one look good. It seems as though they're going more with the horror vibe than ever before. The only complaint that I saw about this trailer is there's about like 3 seconds of gameplay and the rest is cutscenes, so people don't know or aren't quite sure what exactly the gameplay is going to look like. But man, do those cutscenes look good. Now, speaking of the big stinker of Gamescom, it has to go to this. This is a game called Neo Berlin.
You ever wonder if we're the ones pulling the strings? Or just living inside someone else's dream? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Even if this is a simulation, the pain still feels real.
Neo Berlin, what do I really know about it? She's like you. She needs your help.
As I mentioned, this is Neo Berlin. Now, this is going for a Cyberpunk 2077 detective, first-person and third-person shooter with puzzles and RPG aspects. I'm not reading anything, but that is not far off of the Steam description of this game. They just seem like they want to be ticking all of these boxes, and after watching the trailer, I am not sure whether or not the voices in this trailer are voiced by AI or not. To me, as soon as I saw this one, I'm like, this is giving me massive Mind's Eye vibes, if anything, before. And as we know, Mind's Eye was a raging not success this year, and I'm just really getting similar vibes with this one. I don't see this one doing well, but a lot of the times we're not going to know until the game actually comes out. Now, coming out much sooner, we have Silent Hill F. Now, this game in this trailer, it's actually the first Silent Hill F trailer that we've actually seen with English dubbing.
Tell me, who are you? Please. Just die.
Now, this is actually the story trailer, and there was actually a gameplay demo that came out of Gamescom, but this game is coming out this September. I believe it comes out the day after Borderlands, and it is just wild how stacked September is for games. September 4th, we have Hollow Knight Silksong. On September 5th, NBA 2K26. September 19th, Dying Light the Beast, which there was a trailer that came out during all of this. Gameplay's looking pretty good. September 23rd, Borderlands 4. September 24th, Silent Hill F. And then September 25th, Sonic Racing. Sorry, Slick, that was probably a pain in the ass to edit. But then we get into October, which October is really no different. We're right into Battlefield 6 and everything along those lines. But yeah, Silent Hill F is looking really good too. And then we get into the big one this week, Black Ops 7. So this, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but this is a portion of the trailer that came out with Black Ops 7.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Now, I think this trailer was a massive mistake for many reasons. First of all, people were already worried about Black Ops 7, and they went full sci-fi with this one. Black Ops 3 vibes with very little Black Ops 2 vibes. So the trailer comes out and everyone sees the aesthetic, and if you look at the trailer, I think there's nearly 400,000 dislikes on this thing at this point, and like 50,000 something likes. There's a comment on this video with 181,000 likes, over triple the amount of likes of the actual video, that says this actually made me pre-order Battlefield 6. Now, that's essentially the sentiment of the entire comment section of this, and it's kind of doubling down on what we've seen throughout the whole year. People are sick of Call of Duty having these bombastic, over-the-top skins like American Dad, like Beavis and Butthead, and what this has done is just create disdain within the community. Between carry-forward content being announced for Black Ops 6, on top of skill-based matchmaking having no mention and really no mention of their anti-cheat whatsoever, people are quite literally just angry at the game, and I truly believe that no matter what trailer they put out here, there's not much they could have done to change the sentiment of the community. This is what Scump had to say about the reaction to the trailer.
Well, it's decided. See you lads in Battlefield 6. See you all in Battlefield 6. Great advert for Battlefield 6. Maybe get the Phantom Edition of Battlefield 6. See you guys in Battlefield. Nah, dude, this is just pure fucking... This is just blind hatred. If the game comes out in its ass, it's one thing. But for people to just, like, blindly hate when the game's not even out yet, let's at least see what comes out first.
Now, just to be clear, I don't totally agree with them saying that this is blind hate, as this is hate that has been built up year after year after year as people got more and more mad at Call of Duty. But I think what the big mistake actually was is that they released this trailer during Gamescom opening night live. At the exact same time, they put out a 17-minute direct discussing all of the information for campaign, multiplayer, and zombies, a lot of which the information was really good. Finding out that tac sprint was removed from multiplayer, there were no doors in multiplayer, the way that score streaks were going to be working is all what people were actually asking for. On top of this, Dead Ops Arcade making a return, a brand new take on zombies, and some sort of PvE endgame all coming to Black Ops 7. All sounds really good, but the problem is no one saw it because everyone just saw that original trailer and said, I don't like the theme of this. I'm not even going to hear what this game is all about. Now, this has kind of been doubled down on when we actually look at the pre-orders. If you look on Steam, Black Ops 7 is way down on the charts, peaking at the highest at number 12 on the charts. Whereas on PlayStation, we can see that it is not past Battlefield, which is sitting at either number 3 or 4 right now. And I don't know what's going on with NBA, but the game comes out soon and just everyone's pre-ordering it apparently. But yeah, Call of Duty is behind that, and I don't remember ever, even Infinite Warfare, a time when the trailer still got hated, yet it's still the #1 pre-ordered game. As of right now, that is not the case, and it seems as though maybe for once, people are actually speaking with their wallets. Now, as far as games to come out this week, we have Sea of the Sword. This one is sitting at a very positive rating on Steam. It's the same artist and visionary behind the game Abzu. However, they describe this one as an atmospheric surfing adventure where you go to try to revive a lost ocean, and the game looks absolutely beautiful. It's sitting at a steamy 87 on OpenCritic, and everyone seems to pretty much be enjoying this one. As far as games to come out this week, we have Metal Gear Solid Delta. Now, this one has been seen by a bunch of reviewers already. Again, it is sitting at exactly an 87 on OpenCritic. However, the general public has not had their hands on the game yet. It is looking like a very, very solid remake, which we never really expect any less from Metal Gear. Now, there is one more game coming out this week. Metal Gear was on the 28th. This one is on the 26th, and that is Gears of War Reloaded. Now, I don't personally think people realize how big of a deal this game actually is. Like, yes, it's just a remake of the first Gears of War game, but this is like the first Xbox game coming out on day one. Gears was an Xbox exclusive. Aside from that, you pretty much got Halo that is that big that was an Xbox exclusive, and it is coming out on day one on PlayStation. This is essentially the day that Xbox is fully committing to have their games everywhere for at least the near future. Now, I don't know if Gears Reloaded is going to be good. We'll be checking it out this week, but it is coming out in a couple days time, I believe on Tuesday, the 26th. So more and more games are going to be coming out every week from basically now until the end of the year. There's pretty much 2 big games coming out per week. So if you want to stay up on all that gaming news, you want to hit the like button, you want to hit the subscribe button, you want to hit the notification bell, maybe not in that order, but once you do, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself because every single Sunday, you're going to know exactly what is going on with gaming. Thanks for coming out this week, and until next Sunday, peace.